This train horn just started right when I start the video. You hear the train horn? He is a terrorist with a train horn. He's a terrorist with a train horn. He's always terrorizing me with his train horn all the way across town, like a terrorist. A psychological manipulator terrorist with a train horn all the way across town every day. Every single day. I think the train horn just went off again right when I sat up. I don't know if it did or not, but I think I heard it again. But it definitely started right when I started the live stream. And I just hear a truck outside, and I hear the train horn again. What weirdo shit is gonna happen when I start walking? Is there gonna be weirdo shit happening with weirdos all around me? Let's see. No weirdo cars. There's a train horn right when I get to the curb of that intersection. And then this car, this black truck behind the silver car at the other side of the intersection. They always do things when I walk by that street, by the window, like weirdos. Like fucking weirdos. This looks like a weirdo. Doesn't it look like a weirdo with no life of their own, no mind of their own? They have to follow orders all day and be a weirdo. Isn't that weird? Aren't they weirdos? Shouldn't they stop doing that forever? Because it's fucking weird and they're weirdos. But nope, they're never gonna stop though. They're just gonna do it until they're in a wheelchair. They're still gonna be rolling around stalking. So I'm going through the door when I walk in here. This is always happening every time I walk in here. Every time I come around the corner there, there's always someone walking the door right there. Magically, every day, every time I come in here. So every time I come in here, there's no whiteys driving by. There is a white van right now when I walk up to the window. Was that a coincidence? Just like every other time is a coincidence? Every single time that it happens? Every day, nonstop, all day? Yeah. I bet this car is a coincidence too. Is it gonna have a coincidental license plate number? No, it doesn't. The train horn is going off coincidentally right when I walk through the door. This is closing coincidentally as a tan car drives in front of me. You're gonna get out of this car right now, right? No? Okay. Okay, cool. Like the train horn wasn't going off for a minute. And then it just goes off right at the moment that I walk through the door. And that white car was right there. This is a stalker. It's turning directly at this exact precise moment. Like a stalker. Here comes the stalker behind me. Is it gonna be white or something? It's red. It's like a red stalker, and there's a white stalker truck turning out right now. And that's right at the sidewalk. Chain horn is going off when this tan car drives by me. It's stalking again. Is this train horn gonna stalk me 10 more times? Is this 3344 Whitey? There's a 3344 Whitey right there. These stalkers. These stalkers, man. They just can't stop stalking. I think this is the car that I heard starting when I started walking in. There's a school bus turning out behind it at the same time that it turns out. And it has an 88. And this truck is honking right now. And these are two stalkers. And they're pulling up to talk to each other right next to me. And this blue car is driving by at the same time. That's a red truck, so probably another stalker. Blue and red stock combo. Oh, thought they were gonna start driving right there again, but they didn't. She's got a red shirt and she's touching her nose right next to me at a corner. That other silver truck was at a corner. And this is at the train tracks. I think it was a stalker. It's meeting a white car directly at the intersection. They just pulled up at the exact same time as each other. I think I see more stalkers. I think it's just a whole lot of stalkers on the street right now. That's it, just me and a bunch of stalkers. I don't think any of these cars are not stalkers. I think these are all stalkers right now. I can't really tell which one's not a stalker, but they all look like stalkers to me by the way they're driving and syncing up with each other. And this definitely looks like a stalker. It's gonna drive right now with the 84. The 84 on it. She's smiling. She thinks it's funny to be a 1984 bot. This is a 66. And this is a stalker driving out in front of me in the center of the street. Are they all stalkers or what? Who's not a stalker? That loud car is kind of right there, and it has a 93 license plate. What's this at the alley? A stalker? Is that a stalker? This white truck behind the white car, and the white car look like stalkers. He's driving in front of me at the door where they stalk. This white SUV and that white van did the same thing. And this white SUV is a stalker. And this car just drove out when he pulled up to the intersection. This guy started crossing the street in front of me at the same time. They look like stalkers. And then he's getting across the street and then it's turning as this drives through. And this is a stalker, right? Is this a stalker? Is this a stalker? Is that a 66 license plate on the stalker? Oh, 55? Oh, that looks like a stalker. Oh. Yeah. I could literally just make 100 videos a day. The same thing happening over and over. Because I'm a schizophrenic. That's what they tell me. This white car is driving out right when he gets to the intersection. Then right as he pulls up to the intersection, this car is driving by me. Is another stalker. Has a B9 license plate. I think this might be a silver car, not a white car, and that's a black car, you know, so. Is this a stalker? Is it gonna park right next to me? This says B2, and that has B2, and they're both right there. Or was it B9? I think it was B9 actually. B9 was black and silver car right there, you know. This right here, you know. And that was a stalker. And this is a stalker. It's pulling up right as I walk in front of it. And it's a stalker. Yep, I can just literally just press record and just sit in one place even. I don't even have to walk around. Oh, he was driving by at the corner of that building, I guess. It's gonna turn when I get to the alley in front of me, and this white car is turning behind it at the same time, turning the other direction. Right as I approach the alley. I don't know, man. I was almost at the corner of that. I see a white semi over there. Was he a stalker? Way down the street from me. They're hitting their lock button right when I get across the street. Are they stalkers? It's a beautiful day though. Don't need a coat today, finally. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to not be a stalker. Y'all should try it. Have you ever tried not being a stalker? It's great. I can walk around freely and I don't have to stalk people. I every time they would step outside. If I drive around, I can just do it unsynchronized and go anywhere I want at any time. Wouldn't you want to live like that instead of being a stalker? It sounds miserable to be a stalker. This has a 322 license plate, and it's at the corner. The school bus is turning out right now, and this is pulling up right now with a 29 license plate. This is right at the center of the street with a tan car. This is school bus. This is a stalker. He's gonna do stalkered up things behind me. He's driving out right at the corner of this house. He's a stockhead with a school bus again. Where what? Where are the stalkers? They're all around me. This guy over here in the driveway in front of me is probably another one. He's got a white truck, you know. So hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Is everyone there stalking you? Yeah, it seems like it. I don't know who's not stalking me. I mean, I know there's people who aren't stalking me, but can't really tell which ones though. But as far as people who are stalking me, I know for sure that certain people, every time I see them, they're stalking me. But they can't figure it out for some reason. They're just oblivious to the fact that they're stalking me every time I see them. Even if I catch them on camera over and over again, they're still going to say that they're not stalking me. Are there ever any hot chicks stalking me? Sometimes. This white car is right here. And probably most of the cars that have been driving by me all the way up the street were stalkers. Like I'll just see a silver car drive by me as a black car drives out in front of me and stuff like that. So I think most of them were stalkers. And I think this FedEx just took off with that white truck. And there was another car driving in front of me at the same time. It was probably at the corner of the house or something. I don't know. And this white car and this car are right in front of me at the same time as it turns. There's a stalker. It's driving by the corner of a house. These two white cars are stalkers. They just pulled up right at the exact same time. They're stalkers, and he's driving by at the corner of the church. This truck is pulling up very stalker-like. There's a lock button right there. Behind me somewhere. This whitey is gonna meet me when I get across the street. This guy's walking out up there as his car drives by me. It seems like stalker thing is happening. Just saying in case he walks out and gets in a car and then pulls off next to me or something. He came out of his house right when that car drove by me, so just saying. They're getting in a car. By the distance of it, it seems like they're gonna get in and pull off right when I walk by it. Seems like I'm gonna be walking by it around the time that they started and put it into gear and pulled off. Am I right? Right next to me. Told you it was gonna be a stalker. This guy just came out of his house right now when I go to the street. Is he a stalker? Someone sitting in a white SUV, is it gonna be a stalker? Go ask him why he's stalking me. They all say the same thing though. I know exactly what he's gonna say. And the nerve gorilla is gonna come in here and be like, "You're harassing people." Whitey. It's a lot of cars driving by at corners of houses. That one drove by right at the door of the house. Was that a stalker? I don't know, man. There's a dog barking as I walk up to the street. Is it a stalker dog? Is this gonna turn right now? Oh, he's got his hazards on. There's a white truck driving by right now. I don't know if you can see it. There was. There's some type of noise behind me when this car turned out. And it has a 3222 license plate. And it's driving by at the corner of this house probably, or this corner. And this looks like a whitehead. Like right when that car turned out, I just heard some random banging noise behind me. Don't know what it was. Build a snowman, and my hands are gonna get all wet. What stalker thing is gonna happen next? Don't know. Someone will walk out of a house right next to me. What's gonna happen? Is it gonna be this black van with the military license plate driving by the corner of a house? Was that it? Look behind you, they're hiding. Where are they? I know they're behind me somewhere. They're all around me. So you're right. They are hiding right now, but then they're gonna jump back out right in front of my camera again. This guy just stopped his power tool right when I got to the sidewalk. Saw or whatever it is. And then he's making noises when I step over the other sidewalk. And he's starting up the saw again. And it's at the corner of that house. People just don't do any construction work or like stuff like that. Hammering and sawing and stuff. They don't do stuff like that unsynchronized ever. They just do it synchronized when I walk by. Unless I'm not around, I guess. Then they can do it unsynchronized. Either that or they're just sitting there doing nothing until I walk by. They're literally robots or something. I don't know what's happening. All I know is they have to synchronize when I walk by them. Should smoke some herb. Yeah, send me some Cash App. I agree. That'd be dope. Need a kayak. He's late. He's slightly late. Or maybe he's at that corner. I don't know. Where am I going? Just walking around. sometimes people like me, I just walk around because I don't have to walk when other people walk. So sometimes I just walk around, get some sunlight. Go meet up with a chick. Well, if I can find one that's not a sinkerhead, if she's down to get stalked with me, then yeah, it's a good idea. You're late. He's probably gonna meet me right at the curb, but he's late for the sidewalk though. Is this black car stalker? Don't know. I have a feeling it was another stalker. But I just don't know. I don't. And I don't know why anyone is a stalker. Why are they stalkers? I can't get the answers. Is this a red stalker? Is it a red stalker, Skynet? Give me a cookie if it's a red stalker. Do I get some sort of prize for guessing everything right? What type of game show is this? It's the dumbest game show I've ever seen in my life. Give them the middle finger. Nah. I give the cops the middle finger all the time. Any stalkers? This has been a cool couple of blocks. I bet there will be stalkers at the next intersection though. And I'm sure there was stalkers at the other ones too, but they're just kind of like off the sinker. This car is pulling up to meet me right at the intersection, and it's a tan car. And this white truck might be a stalker. I don't know. And that white truck that just drove in front of me is probably a stalker. This is another tan car with a B2 license plate. Is it a stalker? Is it a stalker? Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure there's stalkers just constantly driving by up at that intersection. It's driving in front of me. And there's someone sitting in this white SUV, and I have a feeling it's about to do a thing right when I get to the street. And this white car is right when I get to the street. This white SUV is whitey. There's someone coming out of their house right now with their children with a red shirt on. With a red coat on. And they're coming up and walking up right by me. Right as I walk over here, they're walking right by me. With the red coat on. With their children. Yup. Someone walking out of the house with their children right when I get across the street, and then walking up right by me with their children. That's all. It's just someone randomly walking out of a house right when I get across the street with a red coat on, and then walking up right next to me with their children. That's all. Just a random occurrence. This car has a military license plate. Is it a stalker? Is she gonna get out of the car right now behind me? No. This tan car is turning out on the street right as I step onto it. And then there's a black car behind it that turned out when I got across the street. And then this whitey in this car looked like they were syncing up with each other. And then more stupid shit is gonna happen all the way up the street. It's gonna be really stupid and pathetic. It's gonna be really stupid and pathetic all the way up the street. All the way up the street. It's gonna continuously be stupid and pathetic all the way up the street. Which one's the stalker, man? This white truck is gonna drive by this white SUV that just came in parked synced a minute ago. Where's this white SUV driving by at? Right at the corner of the building? He's right at the corner of that house. This guy's got his arm hanging out the window. Is he gonna stalk me? Just saying, in case he stalks me. Oh, he's smoking a cigarette, okay. Stepped in a puddle, got water in my shoe. There's a child screaming right when I step on the sidewalk. It's crazy because they'll be screaming the whole time, but then there's moments where they definitely scream sings. It's weird. I don't know about that one. There's a child screaming right when this car drives out in front of me now. This one. Just hear a kid back there go, "Ah!" Bunch of powerful noises over here when I walk up to the street. That's usually what happens when I walk by here. They're starting to drill right now. Backing up as I walk by it. I think the white truck was turning behind me as the other truck drove by me. I didn't know he was turning back there. That's probably what happened. It's a tan semi. Wow. This whitey's turning in front of me as that car drives in front of me. It looks like a sink. What's the title? I forgot. Oh yeah, stalkelations. This guy with his red shirt right down here looks suspicious. He just went around the corner finally at the center of the street. And this school bus and this white truck right now. Right when I step on the sidewalk. And it was driving by a parked white SUV, probably deliberate. I think a whitey just drove behind me as that one drove by me. Just barely saw it out of the corner of my eye. I think it was white. And then they're gonna sync up at the corners of the intersections with red and blue cars, and I think silver and black cars. And then here comes the red car that was syncing with the red and blue cars, and it's driving by right at that corner, outer corner of that building. And that white van is probably at that corner of the curb. I always see those white vans. Particular business in town, and this white SUV is backing up right as that white truck drives by me. This lady with the red shirt, is she gonna do another thing? She's walking around the corner right now. This blue truck is pulling out with these red cars in front of me right now. Probably this red car with them. And then there's another red car right when it turns, and the blue truck is getting to the intersection at the same time as they did that. Weird motherfuckers. This looks like a late whitey, I think. way off. Step on the gas, Whitey. Come on. This is a Whitey in front of me, I bet. $1,000 million. Someone sitting in a white SUV next to me staring at her phone. There's been a lot of those today, just people sitting in white SUVs staring at their phone, but they don't do anything. But I think they're stalkers. And probably if I just like turn around and walk back the other way, she'll pull off when I walk by her or something. But she's just gonna sit there instead. I don't know. It just seems like they're stalkers sometimes. And these birds stalkers, and these cars are stalkers. And these white trucks are stalkers. And this car is right there. Is it a stalker? This white truck is right there. This white truck over there is turning to the center of the street. This white car is pulling up to the intersection right now. This white car is pulling up to the intersection right now. This is probably a stalker at the bank. Like sometimes they just drive in the middle here. But then this is one for the corner, and that's probably one for, that's a white car too, if I was silver at first. They're both at the corner. This girl turns to go in the door, and that white car, we're both right at the door where they stalk. And she's walking through this door inside now. And then there's someone stepping off the sidewalk right next to me. Almost. And then these people are gonna get in this car next to me, I bet. Oh. She's getting in the car right next to me. On the passenger side. And then this is a tan car, you know? And then he's gonna get in when I get to the intersection, I bet, right? Yeah, he's getting in right when I get to the intersection. This tan car is now turning there. And this car is taking off when I get across the street. That lady that was stepping off the sidewalk right next to me. And that's a late whitey. He's tardy. He's a tardy tard. This is a one light pulling up. Is it a one light pulling up at a moment? Right at the ATM? The tan car with one light? With a tan car, dude. Silver and black truck, probably. Oh, it's a red truck? Okay. That silver truck, he's got that black American flag on the side of his truck, you know, and he's driving by right there, you know. That's why he at the door, you know. when it first become noticeable was when, I noticed small things before. I know there's certain things that happened that were noticeable, but when I saw Yibo's Gang Stalking Florida channel, and he was showing all the U-turns and one headlights and license plate numbers, then I started to notice things like that. And then I researched gang stalking more. I found Gang Stalking Simulations channel. And then I started noticing more things. And then I found Targeted Journeys channel, and I started noticing more things that she was talking about, like the red and the blue cars. And then I noticed more things when I go out and record and I watch the video back. I realized they also got cars parked strategically on the side of the street. And started noticing more and more things. Everything out here is synchronized. This Whitey's turning in front of me. He's a little early, but he's one of those Norfolk city trucks. It's his job requirement to stalk if you're one of those guys, I guess. The school bus looks a little early. Blue and a red car, though. This white car with a red shirt. And this white car, and this white car, and this white van turning out right now. Wow.